Well, the psalm for today is Psalm number 30. The meditation is called Ready to Go, and it's by Herb Vanderlucht. Ready to Go, Psalm 30. Let me read Psalm 30 to you. I will praise you, O Lord, for you lifted me up, and did not allow my enemies to gloat over me. O Lord my God, I cried out to you, and you healed me. O Lord, you pulled me up from Sheol. You rescued me from among those descending into the grave. Sing to the Lord, you faithful followers of his. Give thanks to his holy name. For his anger lasts only a brief moment, and his good favor restores one's life. One may experience sorrow during the night, but joy arrives in the morning. In my self-confidence, I said, I will never be upended. O Lord, in your good favor, you made me secure. Then you rejected me, and I was terrified. To you, O Lord, I cried out. I begged the Lord for mercy. What profit is there in taking my life and my descending into the pit? Can the dust of the grave praise you? Can it declare your loyalty? Hear, O Lord, and have mercy on me. O Lord, deliver me. Then you turned my lament into dancing. You removed my sackcloth and covered me with joy. So now my heart will sing to you and not be silent. O Lord my God, I will always give thanks to you. Psalm 30, a Psalm of David. The meditation is looking especially at verse 5. For his anger lasts only a moment, but his favor lasts a lifetime. Weeping may stay for the night, but rejoicing comes in the morning. This seems especially appropriate for these times. The meditation goes this way. Life in heaven is far better than anything earth can offer, yet we do our best to avoid dying. If we get sick, we pray for recovery. The psalmist was no different. He began Psalm 30 by praising God for saving him from death. Then he declared that his distress was only temporary and that God's favor would be everlasting. God allowed the illness to humble him and to give him a new perspective on life. He saw more clearly than ever that eternal blessedness far outweighs present distress. Closing his psalm, he rejoiced in the prospect of praising God throughout eternity. God had prepared him so he could die in peace. Herb goes on, when my mother was in her early 60s, the doctor told her she would die soon from heart failure. She was despondent. She loved life and didn't want to leave her family. We prayed for her recovery, and God graciously granted that by giving her 12 more years. Shortly before she died, I asked her, Mom, do you still fear dying? With a smile, she replied, No, I'm ready. We don't need to feel guilty about not wanting to die and to go to heaven. God made us that way. We need to keep walking with him, doing his will and trusting him to meet our needs. When we are called to go home to heaven, by God's grace, we'll be ready to go. Herb concludes his meditation. Death is the last chapter on time, but the first chapter on eternity. Last chapter of time, but the first of eternity. Let's remember that God has us all in his hands and that he is a gracious and loving God. He indeed will supply us with all our needs, and he is our refuge in these times. Have a blessed day. See you next time.